Planters Bank was founded in 1946 by farmers and business owners because they needed a community bank that knew them and understood their business. A lot has changed since then, but Merchants and Planters Bank is still employee-owned and operated, and we're still committed to knowing and understanding the needs of every customer we serve. Great rates, fast turnarounds, and experienced local bankers ready to work for you. That's why you should choose Merchants and Planters Bank. Stop in any of our 12 locations or contact us at mnpbank.com.
You to Sports Unleashed on Cable 15 TV, and we have a great show tonight because it's going to be a quick show. It's going to be a show that we do so we can get to the house where we can watch Alabama and Georgia, and we have more to talk about in a little bit. Ben Black on that end. Ben Smith joins us as our special guest. Hayden Schultz is back from his wedding trip. Josh Nation is behind the camera. I'm David Black, and we welcome all the folks that are watching from home, and we have some good things to talk about. Hi, gentlemen. Ben Black, how's it going?
It's going, man. How y'all doing?
All right. Ben Smith?
Thank you, buddy. Good.
You're welcome.
Good.
Hayden, what's up?
Another Monday.
Cherokee Nation.
Hey.
Hey. We got predictions to make. We're going to look at some NFL playoffs. We're going to make a prediction on the Georgia and the Alabama game that's coming up here in just a little bit. But first of all, guys, NFL football. And I'm not a big NFL football guy. We're all going to make our predictions on the playoffs that are coming up. But first of all, if I had to ask everybody on the set, who's going to win the Super Bowl? And I'll start with you, Josh Nation. Who's going to win the Super Bowl?
Come back to me.
Come back to Josh. Come back to Josh. Where's my little sheet to mark them all down? All right, we're going to go to Ben Black, Super Bowl winner.
Man, Brady.
All right, we're going to put Brady down here. Who's he play for?
It don't matter.
It don't matter. Okay, he got Tampa. Ben Smith, Super Bowl winner.
Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers, bad man.
Green Bay. Come back to Josh. Hey, Don, Super Bowl winner.
Beginning of the year, I think I said the Rams, so I'm going to stick with them.
Rams. Did they even make it? Yeah, they made it.
Yeah, they made it.
Okay. All right, Josh, here we go. Who you think?
I'm not sure, Dave.
I'm gonna give you a chance to think about that.
Who do you got?
Well, I give you a little input. I picked Green Bay last week because of Aaron Rodgers and how he's playing, and I mean he just seems to be the guy that he seems to be playing at that Brady level. And then I watched Brady last night, and I don't know if Brady's at the Brady level, and I think they've got a lot of people that are out. My brain tells me to go Aaron Rodgers. My heart tells me you better stick with that guy that you know is going to win the Super Bowl, which will be Brady. But I'm gonna go Green Bay. I'm gonna go Green Bay. I think they're playing well. I think they're playing. I don't see their offense being able to. I don't think anybody can stop them. That's kind of what I've seen about them, and I don't watch a little NFL football. Ben, what do you like about
Couldn't tell you the first thing. I know if Aaron Jones is healthy, is he even healthy, or is he still injured?
Rodgers?
Aaron Jones.
Oh, who's he play for?
No,
he's not. He's not playing right now.
He's not playing. He was the running back, the stud. Devontae Adams is their star receiver. Is he healthy?
Oh,
Devontae,
Yeah,
Is he healthy?
Yeah.
Guys, I hadn't kept up with it, but
Yeah.
there's no doubt that Rodgers is just like Brady, in my opinion. I mean, you can say he's not the greatest of all time, but he's that same caliber quarterback. They've been around. They've run the show. They've been the guy for so long, and it wouldn't hurt my feelings to see Aaron Rodgers win the Super Bowl. But
he got one.
Yes, I think so.
I think just one. Yeah.
Just one, yeah.
Yeah.
I believe so.
There's my NFL guy right there. He's the NFL charmer.
Brady lost his stud receiver, Antonio Brown.
Yeah, I don't know how much of a stud he was. But, there's no doubt great talent there in Antonio Brown, but he just could not seem to get it together at Pittsburgh or anywhere else that he's been. So
anywhere.
It just
Well, not to make fun of the guy when you talk about mental health issues, and obviously this guy has got some. He's got some issues that he needs to get taken care of, and I mean I've never seen anything like that.
Wouldn't a paycheck take care of that?
Well, you would.
it always did for my
Yeah.
mental state.
Well, and again, we're not to make fun of him. We're not going to make fun of him. But man, to walk off that field like you did, and just throw your stuff on the bench, and I mean, something's wrong there. With money, like you say, if money doesn't cure. And speaking of money, just last night in the Bucks game, you have to get. Gronkowski has an opportunity to make $1 million on the game last night, depending on reception yardage, and then needed a catch. And thoughts on that, Benny Smith? Thoughts on Gronkowski getting $1 million last night?
I heard that's where you get into with your 1-year contracts. They loaded up with incentives.
Mm-hmm.
So, hey, more power to him.
Hayden, what do you think? Go ahead.
I mean,
It's okay. Yeah.
I mean, obviously Brady wants him to get that. He thinks that he deserves that. Gronk's probably the best tight end of all time, so why not? Give him a little extra there.
I saw just an inkling on the internet about, it's kind of not team oriented, and my thought process on the whole deal is, it wasn't fair to the owners because the game was out of hand. If you don't want to give a guy $500,000 for making so many catches, don't put it in his contract.
That's exactly right. Yeah,
Because he's not going to get it in Game 3. I mean, it's obvious if you're going to get it, it's going to be late in the year. And if you're there, why not? I mean, if you're afraid you're going to have to pay him $500,000, I wouldn't have said, I'll give you $500,000 if you get so many catches.
Don't make the deal if you don't want to.
What if they'd needed that game? You still try to force the ball to him?
I don't know if you're forcing him the ball when he is wide open as he is, but I know this: if you're Gronkowski in that game last night, I looked over at the cornerback and I said, "Look, if you'll back up about 10 yards, I'll pay you $10,000, or maybe $50,000." That's a good point, Benny. If the game's on the line, I think if the game's on the line, Tom, it does not make it. It means nothing to Tom Brady that he gets $500,000.
Well, I'll say this too. Yeah, I agree. But if the game's on the line, who's he going to?
He's probably going to Gronkowski anyway. Yeah, he's going to try to get it to Gronkowski if he's open. But I don't think you force that in there just for the $1 million or the $500,000. No, I don't think you do that at all. Well, let's get right after it, guys. We want to try to get out of here quickly. But let's talk about NFL playoffs. And again, I'm not a big NFL guy, so I took some notes today. And Las Vegas Raiders, this AFC matchup, and it's the first game of I did it in order they're going to play. They play Saturday at 3:30. That's the first game of the playoffs.
Say something about the Raiders?
Yes, sir.
That's their second time in the playoffs in the last 19 years.
Really?
Yes. The Raiders. Can you believe
No,
that?
that's unbelievable, isn't it?
Yeah, that's my team. I've suffered.
Yeah, absolutely.
A lot. I've suffered.
You have suffered, haven't you?
I have, yeah.
2 times in 19 years?
Yeah.
Well, you've had a
Since
rough
they went
run.
to their last Super Bowl. in 2002 or something.
Man, I knew you'd been
2001.
feeling a little sickly lately
Oh,
the
yeah.
last few years. It's because of the Raiders, huh?
Yeah.
When you move from one town to the other, I guess that doesn't really mean anything. Like when they do that, whether you're a St. Louis, if you're a Rams fan and you move from St. Louis to Colorado, I mean you're still a
fan.
you're still a fan of that
Yeah.
that franchise, right?
Yeah.
What if those people that live there, though, that live in St. Louis, are they still going to be Colorado fans?
They're usually not. No, they're generally not.
In Benny's case, you're saying, no, he's still a fan.
Yeah,
I don't care where they play at.
Jacksonport, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll ask you. What's your favorite team? Do you have a favorite team in the NFL?
They're not playing. I'm a Ravens guy.
That's right.
I was a big Ray
That's
Lewis
right.
guy when
yeah.
I was a kid.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Ravens. Ben Black, you a Cowboys guy? I used to be.
I used to love Troy Aikman, Emmitt Smith, those guys. That was when I was coming up. But then Drew Brees. I'm a quarterback guy. I love, I follow quarterbacks. Peyton Manning, respected him. Think he is the great, one of, if not the greatest of all time. But I like the Saints. I like the Cowboys. I don't have a team, so to speak. I'm not going to jump on the bandwagon and say I'm rooting for them or rooting for whoever, but I enjoy watching the competition.
Oh, yeah.
And I like.
Yeah.
I'm a quarterback guy.
Players guy.
I'm a player
Yeah.
guy, man.
Yeah.
I like to see a quarterback take control of a team, just like Tom Brady. You love to watch a guy, or I love to watch a guy like that, because it takes such a special individual to be that guy. And there's, throughout my lifetime, I've seen several that are pretty amazing. You could probably go a lot further in depth about guys, that you
I
just
can go back to
Archie
ones I
Manning.
didn't.
Yeah.
I don't even. That's a sore subject.
You're not an Archie Manning guy.
Yeah, no. Eli, Peyton.
Yeah. None of them. You don't care anything for them, huh?
Eased off a little bit on them, but
Not a Manning guy.
no,
The Book of Manning. You didn't watch that show. You just.
no.
Okay, well, that's all right, man. Got opinion, man.
that's exactly-
I like a man who states his opinion.
I like Manning states his opinion.
No.
I was going to bring it. You said Drew Brees.
Mm-hmm.
He's an analyst this year.
Okay.
Have you seen him?
I have.
I hadn't watched much.
He got a full head of hair now.
Yeah.
He got some hair.
Oh yeah, man. That stuff's up there. You seen it? Haven't
Yeah.
you?
Oh, that's
Well, I hadn't really noticed, but I guess you're
yeah.
right. That's
probably got a lot of makeup on too. Those guys, I mean, all those TV guys.
You ain't got to rip that helmet off that head no more.
That's
He got the hair.
That's right.
Well,
The Raiders. Well, so you don't think the Raiders? You think the Raiders will stay long then?
I'm going with them all the way, buddy.
All the way.
All the way.
I'm talking about Super Bowl.
Yes.
Ben.
They won't win it, but I think
all
they'll get
the
there.
way to it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna put that down there as a side
They've
note.
only been in there twice in 19 years. Yeah, I'm going with them.
I heard that. All the way.
All the way.
Yeah.
All right, so your first pick then would be you think the Raiders are going to take the Cincinnati Bengals. They're playing at Cincinnati. I don't know about it. They're both 10-7. That's the only thing I can tell you about either team. So Ben Smith is
Okay.
going with
That would stand to reason you can't beat the same team twice in 1 year. You've heard that?
yes.
A good team.
Okay, right. The Bengals have done beat the Raiders this year, so
Just one time. Just
You remember the score?
no,
Was it a close game?
I don't know.
Don't remember it all.
No,
just another loss, huh?
they got 18 weeks.
I figure you do everyone.
Well, 19 weeks and 18 games. 18 games.
Yeah.
My goodness gracious.
No, it was 17 games.
17 games in 18 weeks. Is that right?
Yeah.
Is that what, that's right, because they used to play 16. That's right.
Yeah, because they're 10-7.
That's 10 plus 7 is 17.
Good
Open day 18. Yeah,
that's-
it all adds up, doesn't it?
You ready for my pick? Because I'm about
I'm ready. Let's.
I'm about to shock it right here with the Raiders and the Bengals. And I'm going to go Bengals.
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 The Bengals. The Bengals.
I know one person who's a Cincinnati Bengals fan. old Ben Smith's son. Warren.
Yeah. Warren.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Orange,
Big Bengals.
orange and black. He
So
said
father-son
he,
game is what you're saying?
said he always
Yeah.
liked the Bengals because I mean,
Because they
Greyhounds,
won.
orange and black. So
Yeah.
I got Cincinnati.
You're going to root against Warren?
Well, he rode against me.
He said that.
Well, he's the son.
Yeah.
Father's love. Where's the love, Ben? Where's the love?
Yeah.
He said he
Up
lost
to the
that
game.
in 2 times in 19 years, he said.
Yeah. I hate for him to go down, but I'm staying true to the Raiders.
Woo! All right, Ben Black. Raiders, Bengals.
No, Bengals.
Man. Benny, I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to stick with Warney. I'm going
That'd
to
be fine.
say Cincinnati Joe.
That'd be fine.
I love me some Joe Burrow.
I like old Joe.
Josh, do you have a pick?
I'll take the Raiders on that one.
All
Right.
Thank you.
And I'll
Thank you, Cherokee.
and then I'll go Bucks winners.
Okay.
Bucks. Go to the Bucks.
Bucks to win it all. He's got the Raiders beating the.
Wow. Okay, I'm
Bengals.
going to go with my good friend Ben Smith. I'm going to go Raiders.
Yes.
Raiders.
Raiders.
Raiders. I know.
You got that feeling too, haven't you?
I've got, well, since you've told me about it, I've
Yeah.
got that feeling, man. 2 times 19 years.
Yeah.
You made me feel it. I've got that. I think there's going to be a.
When you look at it like that, 2 times.
Yeah,
19
I mean,
years,
my
that's a
goodness.
no-brainer, huh?
Yeah.
I just hope they
Can't
get to
wait.
go. I mean, haven't gone 2 times 19 years. They might just back out the last moment. I hope they don't do that. I'm pulling. I've got my money right on them.
Be here next time they get in the playoffs.
Oh, Ben Smith, I think I like that. Okay, and everybody knows that Green Bay's not playing in the first round and Tennessee's not playing the second round. Another game, Patriots at the Bills, and then the Eagles at the Bucks in the NFC, 49ers at the Cowboys, Steelers at the Chiefs, and then the Arizona Cardinals at the LA Rams. Patriots and Bills, interesting matchup. They split during the year, I guess. Playing at, unusual for the Patriots having to play at the Bills in a playoff game. I mean, that's highly unusual, but I don't know who the favorite is, but I know the Bills are number 3 seed and the Patriots are number 6, and the Patriots got beat yesterday, correct? Miami, or did they come back and win the game? I think
beat 'em.
Miami beat them yesterday. Yeah, cost them a playoff seed. But anyway, Patriots and Bills at the Bills. Ben Black, I'll start with you. Who do you like? You like the Patriots to beat the Bills? And
Nah,
Bill-
Bills all the way.
All right, you a Bills all the way. All right, we're going next to Ben Smith. Ben, Bills or Patriots?
Bills.
Bills. Okay. Cherokee?
Bills.
Bills.
They're good at getting to the Super Bowl. Just
Well,
not
they
good.
went to a lot of them. Boy, big stretch. 4 or 5. How many did they go to, Benny? 4 or 5, and then when he
4 in a row.
4 in a row and
Lost.
lost
Doug
every one of them.
Flutie?
Yeah.
Is it Flutie? Or who?
No,
No.
Joe.
Jim Kelly.
Jim Kelly.
Jim
Yeah,
Kelly, that's
Jim
right.
Yeah, Jim Kelly.
Kelly, that's
Yeah, the great
4 in
Jim
a
Kelly.
row.
Golly, what? I mean,
All right, Hayden.
Bills.
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 Well, I'm going
Mafia.
to tell you what. Y'all, not Bill Belichick, right? I just want to clarify all that with all of y'all.
Matter of fact, that's who I'm voting against there.
Okay. Well, I'm going to have to go with. I'm going to have to go with the Bills. What's
Bill
a clean?
Belichick or Bill?
No,
that's not
I'm
not a bad
Buffalo Bills. You know anybody ever played for the Bills? Any of y'all?
Yeah, we
Joe
just named one.
Ferguson.
Yeah.
LaShawn McCoy, Chris Gregg.
Chris Gregg.
That's the main reason I.
Yeah.
He played for the Jets too, I think, a little bit.
A little bit, yeah. Chris Gregg played his 6th grade football right here in Newport, Arkansas.
Yep.
Ben played with him.
He's a great player.
He sure was. Running back.
A little bit better than you, man.
We were about the same, He had me on the height, but hey.
Athleticism was
Yeah, it's
neck
pretty
and neck.
much neck and neck. I mean, we close,
Split time at the tailback.
Yeah, we split a little bit. Yeah, he was leaps and bounds, just a better athlete than everybody on the field.
All right, that's the weaker of the 2 conferences that we're looking at there, the AFC. Let's get into the EFC, not NFC. That's just a joke, ladies and gentlemen. Eagles at the Bucks. Eagles 9-8, Bucks 13-4. I mean, I would be shocked if anybody picked. Does anybody want to pick the Eagles? I mean, I'll start with you. Hayden.
I want to, but I'll go Tampa.
Okay, Bucks. Ben Black.
Obviously, Bucks if they're my pick.
Ben Smith,
Bucks.
Cherokee,
Bucks.
and the Bucks stay here. They don't stop here. I'm going with the Bucks. So,
What
no,
was your
Eagles
pick?
have no chance.
What was your pick, buddy?
Bucks.
Okay.
No, Eagles, no chance at all. Any chance? Any
No,
chance?
probably
playing?
2 touchdowns or so.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
The Eagles couldn't beat their way out of a wet paper sack.
Well, they're 9-8. They beat somebody.
It was all flukes.
Well, they play
I think they're
Dallas's division,
Yeah.
so they don't play a lot.
Are they not all hurt too? There are a lot of them hurt, and they're having some coaching trouble. I haven't kept up with it like I should, but the Eagles seem like the last I heard on them, they were. I mean, they're playing Tom Brady, but I still don't think they're that great.
Yeah, they couldn't beat
Jalen Hurts got the most touchdowns by a quarterback rushing in Eagle history now.
Is that right? He's a good one. Got beat out at Alabama, but he was a good one. Went to Oklahoma. It's amazing. You lose your job at Alabama and you coach in the NFL. So was the other one, though.
Miami's
Yeah,
coach
yeah.
lost his job. The Dolphins coach just lost his job.
I saw that.
Won like 8 out of the last 9.
How incredible is that?
Man, it's
Without
just-
Tua,
it's
and I mean,
just-
he had 6 weeks without his
I
starting
know.
quarterback.
That goes to show you that there's no reason, even at the highest level, there's no reason they don't use. Well, is this guy still a good coach? They don't care. It's just he produced
Production.
or he didn't. Yeah, you did or you didn't. No, we don't care if it was. I mean, who cares that his back was against the wall or he didn't give a chance? So you take a chance on hiring a Chad Morris, and then you get you a guy like that for 2 years, and you go, golly, we had it pretty good the way we were. We were 9 in a row. We've lost 9 in a row now. I mean, it blows my mind. But anyway, go ahead.
No, I didn't have anything to say about it other than what you're saying. I think it's ridiculous to fire that guy.
That's ridiculous.
I mean, what more could he do? I mean, it's all get in the playoffs. And, you know, boy, we gave you 2 years to get in the playoffs. I mean, sometimes you need 5 years. But the old time where the guy's going to be there for 15 years is, I mean, just gone.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah, but then they turn around and hire somebody that's been fired
8
by
times.
somebody else.
Yeah, they're talking about
That's
Bill O'Brien, the offensive coordinator for Alabama now, talking about him landing that Jacksonville job. And I'm like, you saw what he did with the Texans.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wanted Alabama, but I mean, I think I could be the offensive coordinator at Alabama and win 11 games.
Yeah, I believe.
Yeah, I think I
we
could
all,
too.
all could.
Yeah, let's head it off to the big guy.
What's Henry? Derrick Henry?
Hand
Yeah,
off
we're
to
gonna get
Derrick.
the ball
Hand
to
off
him.
Derrick Henry. I like my
Right.
Najee Harris. You know, hand it off
That's
that
right.
gate.
I mean-
He's pretty good. He's
Oh,
pretty
my
good.
backup is who? Oh, okay.
It just kind of reminds me, and I'm going to ask this question off the NFL. Panic from Razorback fans about the portal or not? Panic? Are people panicking about?
Are they panicking?
Yeah.
People are,
Yes.
I'm not.
Yeah. Should we do? Is there panic?
What's your thought on people panicking about what's going on in the transfer portal?
There's no justification to be panicked.
I would totally agree.
There's other athletes coming up. These guys want to go do something else with their career. They're at a point in their life. They're young men. Let them go. I mean, they don't want to be here. Let them go.
Is it the backup quarterback, the fast kid? Is he the
Hornsby.
one? Hornsby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He wasn't going to play next year anyway.
Here's what it
That's
boils down
right.
to. If these guys were good enough, the ones that are transferring, if they were good enough, they'd go to the NFL. If they were good enough,
Right, instead
they'd
of
just go to the
transferring.
NFL
Yep.
instead of transferring.
Yeah.
So maybe they're not as good as they really think they are. Maybe they're just like, well, I'm gonna go make as much money as I can in college and hope that my career pans out wherever I go. There's guys that obviously I think defensive backs are leaving Arkansas, and I think that just comes from recruiting and getting new guys in and maybe saying, I might not be getting as much playing time because you saw some
Sure.
of those guys losing
Yeah.
some playing time towards the end of the year. So I think that's what it boils down to. I think you got your core coming back. KJ, Bumper Poole. Bumper said he's coming back to
He's
get Tony
coming back.
Bua's record.
Yeah.
Most tackles in a career.
Yeah. I know this. I want the guy that wants to be there, whether he's the best player in the world or he's the guy that barely made it on the bus. If he wants to be there, and then the greatest guy doesn't, let the greatest guy go on. I want the guy that wants to be there because he's going to be the one that works hard. He's going to be the one that puts in the extra time and does what it takes, the little things, to win big games. So if they don't want to be there, let them transfer, man.
Ben Smith, what do you think about the situation?
Yeah, you can get rid of your poisons.
Yeah.
Let them go. You reach in there and get somebody else. Yeah, we replaced the whole defensive line last year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Next man.
You're not losing anything.
We've discussed the portal on this show before, and Gene Chizik is one of those guys who said that it was going to be bad because the when you put in a rule that where people they can make money on their likeness, and now people are recruiting and paying, and businesses are recruiting or paying, and that college. I don't really care, and I like the idea where if a guy wants to transfer, he can go transfer. I mean, who should anybody say, no, you can't transfer, but if you do, you're not going to get to play?
It's the United States of America.
This is America.
You want to go to another college and play football for somebody else because for no other reason than you changed your mind,
Right.
you ought to be able to do that.
Right.
I think that's one of the things in Major League Baseball right now that the Players Association are trying to get with their collective bargaining agreement is some of their what's the word I'm looking for, in contracts, and when contracts start and when they can't start, and that has a lot to do with when players can get called up if they're in AAA. If they get called up, their major league clock quote starts, which allows them to become a free agent. That means 1 year, whether you play one game or not. But anyway, and I did see some positives from there that they might be able to get started. But anyway, back on baseball from this. But I think kids should be able to go to school wherever they want to go to school at whatever time they want to go to school and be eligible to play when they get there. What do you think?
I agree.
Ben?
Which
Ben
one?
Smith.
You, Ben. Ben.
Mr. Ben.
What we're getting into here is if you can't play at one school, why do you think you can play at another one?
Yeah.
Unless you go down,
A whole classification or
Yeah. because apparently the competition's too much for you. Let's say Arkansas. Who's going to reach out and get you?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know that any of these guys have committed. All these guys that have any of them committed? I haven't seen any of
They
them.
just entered the transfer portal. So you have to just enter the portal and then
You enter the portal, you put your name out there, and then people can start calling you.
Right.
People can start offering you.
What if but once you enter, you're done at that school?
No, the rules, unless the coach says, like Sam Pittman says, you enter the transfer portal, you're finished here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
ain't
don't-
coming
don't-
You're
back.
not, you're not coming back.
No.
There's no rule against it, so if
Well,
you wanted to have that kid back, you could.
I like the option for them to be able to leave at any time, but I also like the coach having the right to say, guys, if you enter, you ain't come back.
I do
like that.
too.
Because it is loyalty, and you can weed out some bad stuff.
Yeah.
And there are certain
Yeah.
circumstances that a kid may, his grandparents, he may need to, whatever. There's
Sure.
circumstances that he might need to go to another school, and he wants to play football, and he just can't do it here at Arkansas or wherever he's at, and he could there. So that's, but I like the way it is now, and I think that, if they want to go, let them go. And I like that the coach can say, no, you're not coming back here. You enter, you're done. And so it is what it is.
Have they got a limit on how many times you can get in the portal?
I think so. Do they? You can only transfer a couple of times,
Three
maybe.
times or two.
Maybe I don't know. It's a
I
great
don't know if
question.
they've really clarified the rule because they just started it.
Right? Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of tweaking to that in years to come.
Oh, there's going to be some changes coming to it real soon. I think within the next 12 months. You take the quarterback at Oklahoma, who's he gets there. He's a 5-star recruit, and he beats out the guy who's supposed to be the number 1 draft pick, and then all of a sudden his coach leaves, and he came there because of Lincoln Riley, and then this guy's an All-American, and going to be Heisman Trophy candidate, and all of a sudden he says, no, I'm not coming back. Or I'm going to enter the transfer portal, but I may come back. Just depends on what's the best scenario. I'm going to see what's out there for me. And I understand that, but I do kind of think with a situation like that, the coach needs to say, no, you can't. But then that coach who's new and taking that job based on him thinking he's going to have that guy as a quarterback, or he might not have taken the job, new coach coming in, and you go, I might need this guy to be the quarterback. Yeah. So, but there's a situation where I think that's unusual for the very best player on your team. Go, I'm going to enter the transfer portal. You go, wow, that's kind of.
Would you want somebody has been in the portal twice, and you thinking, man, he can't stay anywhere.
I think as a coach, you have to look at what your needs are for your team. If you're just down on defensive backs and there's a defensive back that Antonio Brown, I mean, do you say, does somebody want to pick this guy up? And I think now no, but I mean Tampa picks him up where they had a need and the guy could play and he was a friend of Brady's and Brady probably went in there and said, look, let's give this guy an eighth chance and I'll try to lead him along the way and then I don't know. It's a great question.
I think depending on who, there's always a perfect fit for somebody somewhere. I think just like those coaches like Bill O'Brien, you get fired, you can't win. Houston Texans, you go to Alabama and you have a great year. Obviously, then now you're some hero. Somebody will hire you, just like Antonio Brown. He ain't done. Somebody will give him another chance. It may take a year or so of rehabbing and doing this, and he may be done if he chooses not to come back. But if he would do right for even from here on out,
would you give him a chance?
No, I wouldn't, but somebody would.
Terrell Owens is talking about coming back. Have you seen that?
No, I hadn't. Somebody will give that guy a chance.
Oh, I did see that. He hadn't played in 10 years, has he?
It's been probably 10 years.
Yeah, probably close to it.
He's not coming back.
Watch and see.
You think he will, really?
T.O., I bet he can still get you some.
Oh, yeah. He's probably in top shape.
Okay, boy. I like to agree with my guest when my guests come on the show, and but woo!
I bet T.O. could still get it done.
Okay.
You talk about a guy in a wide receiver's room to show some of these young guys. Obviously, they might have a step or things on him. But
player coach, maybe?
No, I'm saying
just player.
As a player.
Okay. I would agree that he could bring something.
I guarantee you he can still get open.
Could he catch it though when he got open?
I don't know what he could do after. But
you think he can get open? Don't know if he can catch it after. That's good. All right, let's get back to the NFL because we're running short on time. Anyway, 49ers who had a pretty good comeback yesterday. I mean, down 17. Came back against the Rams, 10-7 at the Cowboys, 12-5. 49ers may be that could be a potential upset. We're just 10-7 against the Cowboys, 12-5 at Dallas. Ben Black, what do you have?
Man, I'd love for the Cowboys to win that one, so I'm going to go with the Cowboys, but I don't know. San Francisco would be tough to beat.
All right. That's Ben Smith.
Cowboys at home.
Cowboys. Cherokee.
Cowboys.
Okay. Haydon.
Not so fast. Give me Jimmy G and the 49ers.
Jimmy G and the 49ers. Not so fast. And I'm going to go with Hayden. I like that. I think there's just something about Dallas that, and I've always liked Dallas. I mean, Dallas has always been my favorite team, but I don't know.
They've struggled of late.
Well, they won their division, but boy, it's a weak division. But they won 12 games.
Eagles were second in that division. They were 9-8.
Yeah, well, that's right. All right, but I'm gonna take the Niners. All right, we got a couple more picks here. Steelers, who were very fortunate to get into the playoffs, they're 9-7-1. At the Chiefs, 12-5. I don't think the Steelers have a chance whatsoever. But Ben Black will ask you. Oh, Josh, did I get yours?
The last one, yeah.
Oh, okay, I did get yours. Okay.
He said the boys.
Oh, that's right, boys. All right, let's go. Steelers at the Chiefs. Ben Black.
I think Andy Reid and the Chiefs are just going to be too much for the old steel curtain, Dave.
Okie dokie. That's a Chiefs. One for the Chiefs. Ben Smith.
I'm going to do the shocker. Say the Steelers.
No, I'm talking about the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah. Big Ben.
Big Ben.
Big Ben.
Now, this is trying to pick the winner.
Big Ben.
Steelers.
Yeah, Big Ben.
Ben Smith, you heard it here first.
That's
He
right.
goes Steelers. Woo! Woo!
Yeah.
Cherokee.
Chiefs.
Jeez. Hey, Don.
I'm going with my man, Big Ben over here, and going Steelers.
All right.
Steelers.
Big Ben last year, they always send him out on a sunset, so maybe Big Ben gets there. You never know.
Ben, baby.
You know, again, Chiefs kind of like the Cowboys. You look at it and say, well, you know, the Chiefs haven't been playing real well this year. And they're 12-5. You know, they've got some problems. They're 12-5. Yeah, I mean, yeah they're 12-5. Chiefs for D Black. Final one. Arizona Cardinals at the L.A. Rams. Hayden, we know what you're going to pick, so we'll go ahead and put you down for the Rams. Arizona Cardinals, Ben Black at the L.A. Rams.
Man, that's a tough.
He likes quarterbacks. He'll go with Cardinals.
What are they playing?
You know,
At Los
I
Angeles.
do
LA.
like quarterbacks, and I do.
I thought the Cardinals had a better record.
I think Matthew Stafford.
11-6 for the Cardinals. Rams are 12-5.
Is Murray hurt?
They that good?
Kyler Murray.
Is he hurt? Or?
I don't think so. Kyler Murray's not hurt.
No, he'll play.
I love Kyler Murray. I think he's one of the most talented quarterbacks in the league right now. I mean, I just think he's just a freak of a guy. But I'm going with the experience, Matthew Stafford. It's just misfortunate that he had to play for Detroit all those years. I mean, if he
Yeah, it really sucked for him to throw it to Megatron all those years.
Yeah.
Yeah, bad news, wasn't it? bad
Could you
news.
imagine if Barry Sanders was in that backfield with him, though?
You're not telling me you think Barry could play on this
Barry
team,
didn't
could
have
you?
anybody.
He coming back.
Is he coming back too?
He's making a comeback.
I'll tell you what, I think Barry Sanders had just as good a chance of coming back as T.O. did. And he's 15 years older than. No, T.O. might. T.O.
Barry, I think you handed off to him one time. I think he get you two.
I bet he could get two. And if he get a little juke move, he might get about
There ain't
eight.
no juking going on.
There ain't no juking?
He can fall forward and get two.
Just a step. It was a step.
Ben Smith.
Cardinals.
Cardinals. Josh, Cherokee Nation. Rams.
It's hard to vote against DeAndre Hopkins and Kyler Murray. And
D Black. Rams.
Rams.
All right, well, that's all of our NFL that we got. We've got our predictions for the winners, and we've got our predictions. We'll see who wins the pizza from Fathead Pizza.
You gonna give it to us this time?
I'm gonna try my best. I'm gonna make you earn it, though. I'm gonna make you earn it. A program brought to you by Dias Scrap Metal, a recycling center, C&M Ag Depot, and Fathead Pizza Company. We thank all these folks for being with us. White River Health System, Farmers Tire Mart, where the rubber meets the road, El Puente Mexican Restaurant, Bank of England Mortgage Company, Unity Health, Newport Delta Manufacturing Company, Temp Pro, Blue Bridge Brews and Bakery, and Customized Vision Care. We'll have a little bit more customized here in a little bit. And we want to do our birthday report now. I have the whole report there, Ben, if you'll bring that up. A happy birthday to everybody that has a birthday this week. Those that we missed, we say happy birthday to you here in just a little bit. Birthdays include today Freeman Travis, Sean Alcorn, Will Francis with birthdays today on the 10th. Also Lisa Forster, Charlie Fears, Aaron Henderson, Anthony Allen, all with birthdays today. Stephen Schlotzhauer has a birthday. Kendall Williams and Rita Hackney Scott with birthdays today. That's all of today's birthdays. And then tomorrow on Tuesday 11th, Sally Foshee Long has a birthday. Kenny Whaley, Kelly Darnell, and Thelma Welch, all with birthdays on the 11th. On Wednesday, Terry Balch has a birthday, as does Brayley Smith, Kara Lowry, Autumn Mears, and Stacy Chambliss with birthdays on Wednesday. Thursday, Judy Brannon, Donnie Ursery, Annette Marshawn Gage, and Trey Weinmiller with birthdays on Thursday. Friday's birthdays include Miss Jean Evans, Amanda Hoyt, and Rebecca Allen. Saturday's birthdays on the 15th, John G. Pennington, Oscar Awake has a birthday on Saturday. Amy Schaffner Young, Jared Eddington, Michael Reynolds, Brenda Voiles, and Tanisha White, all with birthdays on Saturday. And then on Sunday, Miss Kay Person, PJ Breckenridge, Jimbo Sullivan with a birthday on Sunday. Crawford Murray has a birthday, Bill Malden, and Teresa Crotts Darby, all with birthdays on Sunday. So happy birthday to all of y'all and anybody else that has a birthday this week from Two Chicks Florist and more. We wish you a happy birthday. We're going to make a quick prediction. I want to remind everybody, though, that the game tomorrow night that we were going to do, Newport Riverview, canceled. Not sure about what's coming up because school has been going to virtual until when? Until the 18th. So school will be all school here at Newport. If there is a ball game at Harding Friday, we'll bring it to you. We'll have it live streamed. We don't know exactly where we stand on any of this stuff until we figure out what the school's going to do and whether or not they're going to play or not. But customized vision care in the village, starts in the Village Mall, their new location on Highway Malcolm Avenue. Really, it's Highway 67, whatever, Malcolm Avenue. But if you're looking for an optometrist and you got floaters in your eyes, I recommend Customized Vision Care and Dr. McDowell and their staff. They do a great job of taking care of the folks right here in Newport, Jackson County and surrounding areas, and have a lot of customers in Batesville and lots of folks from Pocahontas and Augusta and McCrory. But anyway, we don't have to run a little promo, but just I want to get to tell about them, and then I want to get to what we need to do so we can get out of here so we can go watch the game. Big game tonight, big national championship game. SEC will lose a game tonight. It's one of those deals where they're going to say, well, SEC lost another game right here. Well, they have to because it's the SEC. A rematch of a game that was about 5 weeks ago, that the SEC championship in Alabama and Georgia. In just what should be a dandy of a football game for the national championship in Indianapolis. Is that where they're playing?
Yes.
Okay, so it'll be indoor Indianapolis. Ben Black, you are on the board, my friend.
I picked Georgia last time, and I obviously was wrong.
Yeah, you were.
And I'm going to pick Georgia this time, and I'm going to be right tonight, boys.
Ben Smith, Alabama or Georgia?
Alabama.
Alabama.
Nick Saban.
Yeah.
The GOAT.
There you
The
go.
best.
Josh, Alabama or Georgia?
Alabama.
Alabama. You know, Georgia's 3-point favorite in this game. Bet the house. Bet the house. All right, hey, Don.
Anytime Nick Saban's an underdog, give me some of that. Give me Alabama. And I see maybe a 17-point game. It might not have been close in the fourth quarter.
I'm with
Georgia's
you.
going to blow them out that bad?
I'm with Hayden. It's Nick Saban.
Bobby Freeman texted me and said Georgia by 10.
Georgia by 10. I don't even know who they're playing in basketball tonight. I don't have a clue. But they ain't beating Alabama by 10. I'm going to tell you what. I mean, when I watched Georgia handily defeat the Razorbacks, and I watched the Razorbacks play Alabama off their feet, and I thought, boy, Georgia is just simply unbeatable. And then they played Alabama, and it's just Alabama.
They all
Benny Smith, go ahead. You go ahead.
they go in there and they say, well, Alabama's offensive line just ain't what it used to be, and Georgia's got the best defensive line. And they picked up every stunt, everything they threw at them, and Bryce Young just sat back there and picked them apart. And I think the same thing happens again.
It's very, very possible. It's very possible for what you just said.
No, it will.
And you're probably right. You're probably right. But I'm one of those guys, I like to look at both sides. My glass is always half full, not half empty. And it's hard to beat a good team twice. It's just hard to do that in one season. It's hard to beat the same team twice, and if it's a good team.
Especially
unless you're Alabama.
Unless you're Alabama. I mean, and there is hey, there's no doubt. Georgia's a 3-point favorite. I don't know who picked that. That's got to be some. I mean,
what's that go?
Yeah,
what's that group on?
I think I picked Georgia to win it, but I don't think they're a favorite. by any stretch.
I think they're going off of what they did after they did the loss and how bad they beat Michigan because everybody was real high on Michigan. How good?
Yeah, all that is inflated stock because.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, but
They manhandled Michigan.
yeah, well, it's Michigan.
Well,
We're the SEC. I mean, it's just a different caliber football. But anyway,
Hogs almost got to double digits. Probably should have had double digits. Had a great year. Ben, what's you just like Alabama? Alabama all the way.
Saban.
Nick Saban.
He's the man, isn't
He's
he?
the GOAT.
He's the GOAT.
I saw him talk last night. He talked about he became a better coach in the last 10, 15 years, and some of the reasons why he did. And I liked what he
Because
said.
he went to Alabama.
He said, number one, I showed up at Tuscaloosa.
He's been there for like 15 years.
He tells a story. He tells a great story about. Oh, I can't get into it. I'll tell it at a different time because we got to get out of here. I'm picking Alabama. I think I can't imagine Alabama not winning the national championship. I'm a Nick Saban guy. If they don't, they'll be back next year, and I don't know if Georgia will. They'll be back next year. So, anything else before we go, guys? Ben Smith, thank you for joining us tonight.
Thank
Sorry,
y'all.
yeah, we'll have you back.
Enjoyed it.
We'll have you back and bring you some golden russets in here, some little trinkets next time.
Okay. Yeah.
Some little
I can do
bobbleheads,
that,
maybe.
yeah.
Some of those one-of-a-kind type deals.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have you
I've got a
back.
bunch of them.
Yeah, got it. How many bobbleheads do you have?
Close to 200.
Wow. Maybe more coming your way. You never know.
Yeah,
You never
I
know.
hope so. But
I'm a bobblehead guy.
yeah, you
Bobblehead guy. Boy.
NWO, red or white? NWO, red or white?
What's that mean?
Do you know?
No,
New World Order back to Kevin Nash
Yeah,
and them.
but-
Were you a Wolfpack man or were you an NWO white?
I was original.
Original white.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
For life.
You talking about who was the guy?
Scott Hall or Sting? You talking about?
No, you talking about the Wolfpack? What?
The NWO?
Yeah,
Well, you know they split.
yeah, I know that. But who was the guy that split them?
The promoter or the wrestler?
Well, he was a wrestler, wasn't he?
Yeah,
Is this a trivia question?
yeah.
Who was the guy that split them?
Well,
Was he a big fella?
No,
I remember. I know these names. I remember Kevin Nash, Sting, Scott Hall, Lex Luger.
they were all at one time in the NWO.
That's right.
Everybody
They were all
was.
there.
Except Flair.
So Flair is the one that split them.
No.
No.
He was WCW.
Who was
World Championship Wrestling. And
I know if you say the name,
I'm
I've
gonna
got this
be
guy
upset.
pictured in my
I'm
head.
gonna be upset because I think
Tupac.
Randy Savage, Tupac. No,
Tupac.
was it X-Pac or Tupac? X-Pac.
X-Pac.
Tupac was the rapper. X-Pac.
Oh, okay.
X-Pac was the wrestler. X-Pac.
I had Tupac in my mind.
Yes, it
Who's
was
X-Pac?
X-Pac.
Who was it?
1, 2, 3
X-Pac.
kid.
That's right.
What?
I couldn't think of
How
it.
come I don't remember X-Pac?
He was the one that led the split.
Who was the little guy that always had his hair curled and all wet?
Scott Hall.
No, I remember Scott Hall, the toothpick.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
you're talking about X-Pac. Little guy with the long hair.
Yeah, but that doesn't ring a bell. That doesn't ring a
1,
bell.
2, 3 kid.
I think he went by something else too, either after that or before that. But
Ray Mysterio Jr.?
no,
Was that his name?
I remember Rey Mysterio.
He weighed about 125 pounds.
He's about that tall.
Yes, sir.
He jumped
Even Dusty Rhodes.
Dusty
He
Rhodes.
was in the NWO.
Dusty Rhodes?
Yeah.
What about Dwayne Peel?
Buddy Peel.
Yeah, what Dwayne? He was Dwayne Peel. Buddy Peels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dwayne Buddy Peel.
Yeah. I've got autograph. Hey, I saw Dwayne Peel wrestle right out here at the High Ho Skating Rink, 1965, 66. I'm saying Dwayne Peel, and what was his son's name? I think it's
lemon peel.
Dwayne Peel,
Yeah. Buddy.
Sputnik Monroe,
Yeah.
Bobby Whitlock. Al Spider Galento.
Yeah.
Spider Galento.
Al Spider Galento. He wrestled out here. He came back. He like T.O. He was like, he down here wrestling. And he had a little gray mustache on him. He weighed about 135 pounds, about 6'2", and he couldn't move. But he tried to lift the guy up and just do those little flips, and he couldn't get him lifted up. And I thought, what's this? He got 65 years old. He was wrestling. He and T.O. T.O. in the ring.
Was Barry Sanders there at ringside?
Barry Sanders at ringside. Favorite wrestler, Ben, of all time?
Lawler.
Lawler. The king.
Flamethrower.
Flamethrower.
Yeah, you ever see him throw those flames?
Yeah, I remember
He
that.
did that.
Yeah.
That's old school.
Ben, favorite wrestler?
Boy, probably Sting.
Sting. I like Sting. Josh Nation?
I like the Macho Man.
Macho Man. Yeah. Yeah, Macho Man. Dwayne Peele for me. Dwayne Peele.
Buddy Peel.
Well, I think Buddy might have been the boy.
Now, Dwayne, he went by 3 names.
Did he?
Buddy Peel, Dwayne Buddy Peel,
Okay.
and Dwayne Peel.
Well, Dwayne Peele had bleached blonde hair, and I can show you where he signed to my good friend David. He wrestled at the Hi-Ho skating rink. The skating rink that's right out there used to have professional wrestling. They'd all come in one Cadillac, and they'd all live in the same Cadillac.
Big Buddy Peel.
No, it's Dwayne. This is listen, I'm telling you, he's my favorite wrestler of all time. Buddy, Dwayne, Jose, Gonzalez. I don't know. The king, Dwayne Peele and Bobby Whitlock, tag team partners. Man, I remember they won the belts out there. Doris White, Mr. Doris White was the PA guy, the announcer, and Doris actually got a little sideways one night and got in the ring with a couple of those guys. They poked old Doris around a little bit. Doris said, I don't need to be jumping in that ring anymore. And somebody else did one time. I remember they had all my dad used to carry all of his business stuff in his pocket, and somebody else jumped in there and had all his stuff in his pocket. Well, he was giving them the 1-2, and papers going everywhere, and they kicked him around too. Kind of like those wrestlers go, are you kidding me? But I remember them pulling up the Cadillac, Tennessee license plates, all came from Tennessee and all rode in the same car. They'd have about, 6, 7 wrestlers come over, and this guy's got a 15-minute, these two going to wrestle for 15 minutes and one fall, and he's going to wrestle for, 2 out of 3 falls, and then they have a tag team at the end, and they all left together.
Pretty good show, huh?
Yeah, it's a great show.
Yeah.
They all got paid. Oh, hi-ho, Dario. Mr. Dan Hallbrook. You remember Dan Hallbrook, Ben?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Dan Hall. I think, and I've said this before, I made a post on this. You got to be old folks like Benny and I. But Dan Hallbrook was one of the original entrepreneurs in Newport and Jackson County and has never received the credit that he needs to receive for doing what he did for this county. This guy at one time, everybody talk about it from time to time. Said, oh, yeah, we used to go swimming out there at Hallbrook. Or, yeah, we used to play semi-pro baseball out there at Hallbrooks. Oh, I remember going out to Hallbrooks and we used to race our go-karts out there at Hallbrooks. They every Sunday afternoon have a go-kart race. He did that, had a swimming pool out there, a public swimming pool, and then he moved to town, another entrepreneur. He was a barber. He and his son Gerald were barbers, and they built this skating rink right out here right now. He was the original owner of the skating rink. He said he just kept doing things, entrepreneur, trying to make money. He did circuses, he did rodeos. I mean, he was just the original entrepreneur in my age. And that guy, Dan Hallbrook, is never, I mean, we need to have a statue of that guy in this city somewhere. Dan Hallbrook. Dairy Queen, he bought it. He was the Hi-Ho Dario. Hi-Ho Dario. He had men's softball and women's softball. Had a softball league out there. I could take you out there right now and show you where the fields were, and I've shown you where the fields are, right behind where the skating rink. Women's softball, men's softball. Buddy Black Tire Store. I've got some softball trophies right up here. Buddy Black Tire Store winning softball tournament. Then DX played DX. Palace Homes had a team. Firestone had a team.
Who had the best team?
Buddy Black Tire Store and DX.
Who's on Buddy Black's Tire Store?
Well, his good teams that he had were Mr. John Miner, Butch Duncan, Donald and Dennis Ray, Frog Heath, Lavelle Guffey.
He was the pitcher, wasn't he?
Yeah, Lavelle and Doris White. Doris White. Now the original team was Bob Cox and Gerald McFadden and Sam Lamentina. Anyway, they weren't nearly as good as Jim Ivey was the catcher, and Lavelle Guffey could throw it. Doris White could throw that thing too. Well, I mean, it's fast pitch softball. Everyone done that slow pitch coming up. I mean, these guys could hit it. I mean, they could throw it in there, and when you hit it, it'd go a long way. And but anyway, Dan Hallbrook. So y'all can ask me about Dan sometime. I'll try to see if we can put Dan. I don't know if he's a graduate of Newport High School or not, but he needs to be in the Hall of Fame. He needs to be
doesn't he?
He needs to be in the Hall of Fame.
Yep, I agree.
Dan Hallbrook. Matter of fact, Mickey Twyford, John Twyford, who I think works at ASU or did work at ASU, originally grew up in Newport. That's his grandfather, I believe. But maybe even great-grandfather. But anyway, so much for that. We got a football game coming up. Guys, thanks for being here tonight. Until next time, so long, everyone.